Well, hello and welcome to Gill Stadium for today's matchup between the Central West Knights and the Bedford Bulldogs. My name is Kyle Heavey, coming at you for this Manchester Public Television presentation, coming to you on this Monday, May 8th, 2023. Along with me up here in the booth is Andrew Arndt. Central West getting a big victory on Friday night facing the Memorial Crusaders, trying to hope they bring this same type of scoring to a really good Bedford Bulldog team.
Yeah, as much as it hurts to say, they earned that victory really easily. I mean, they played the best game honestly I've seen them play all year. Brett Beddington went all five, hit, I believe he got 2 triples.
Looking at it, he had a triple and a double, both bringing in RBIs.
So 2 extra base hits, both bringing RBIs. Everybody went to work for Central. That was a 10-0 Mercy Rule win. And I was talking to Coach Ernie before the game. All it takes is one win like that to get a team who's had a tough year right back on track. The NHIAA, you only need 5, maybe 6 wins to get to the playoffs. So they got their second one. Plenty of time to keep getting wins. And Coach Ernie said it starts today right here with this game against Bedford.
We'll see what Jaden Rodriguez can do with his pitching. It's a very blustery day here. We're glad to be up here in the booth in closed confines to witness this game. And here we go with pitch number 1. A high upstairs, goes
Another
for a
thing
ball.
that Coach Ernie said was that with Beddington, he didn't have to use any other arms that entire game. So everybody who can pitch today, Rodriguez, maybe even DeWitty, is fresh.
Well, sent out to Nolan Duval. Let's see if the wind plays a factor in this.
Wow.
It's into the gap, and look at that. Able to get a single on what should have been a easy pop fly. You just see that wind right there as I will show you the flag of just how crazy this wind is. And for Bedford, they will use that to their best and, continue this inning with no one out and a runner at first base.
Yeah, this wind is going to be big time, but here's Bedford's big time player, the Northwestern commit. That's Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, it's great to see his basketball career come to an end with a championship, but now we'll see what his baseball career will do when he goes to college in just a few months.
Definition of a two-sport athlete here.
Ball
Very
getting
good
away.
at both.
Obviously, Gavin Courier has got to make sure that ball gets into the glove of Rodriguez on those throwbacks to the pitcher's mound.
He can't have any overthrows that might advance a runner.
And now taking off, a good throw.
Oh, he got him.
The ball comes out.
Wow, excuse me. I thought for sure he got him just based on the early tag, but I guess the ball came out.
Yeah, the ball just somehow did not stay in the into the mitt for Amar DeWitty, and now we'll have a runner in scoring position.
Either way, great toss from Courier.
O'Connell slices one, but it's going to land foul. Great opportunity there. He would have easily gotten 2 with the way that ball was slicing.
Yeah, that was wind. That was pushed. He tried to do his job, hit it where it was pitched, but the wind is going to be playing a huge factor. Imagine how many times we're going to say that.
Well, ball and 2 strikes here, and now trying to do the same thing, but this one's very foul, heading towards
Look out over there.
Wow, big hop into the.
And it's on the roof.
That's
Look at that.
Yeah, it's impressive to see. As I followed it with my eyes and not the camera. I'm not expecting it to land on the roof, but strange things are happening here. Boy, this is going to be a tough matchup. It seems like O'Connell has figured out the timing for these pitches. He just is hitting them foul right now, and if Rodriguez decides to throw him a fastball, I don't know if it has to be inside because it looks like O'Connell is really liking the outside of the plate.
He's waiting for the exact pitch that he wants.
And look at that
was
sent out to center field, and tough catch right there by Duval, but he's able to snag it, and now we'll have one out here for
Maddox Muir. He's the definition of a powerful hitter. I mean, just wait till you see his swing.
Well, the issue that he has, again, hitting it into that northwesterly wind that's coming straight at the hitters here is going to make things difficult. Takes a first pitch strike.
Also have a two-sport athlete here. Might recognize the name. Very good hockey player for the Bulldogs.
I know that they had a good run, but losing in the championship game were the Bulldogs.
One of the craziest days in sports for residents of Bedford.
Sent out to
that's
right field, and it gets pushed foul. I thought it was going to land in fair territory.
I thought for sure.
Watching to see what's going to happen. And instead,
gosh,
boy, that's a long foul ball right there.
This is going to be a weird game. I mean, outfielders, this is going to suck for outfielders today.
Wilson Zola doing the right field duty. We'll see if he has to pay attention. But the 2 strikes now on Maddox. And now a little ground ball. Declan Ryan eats it up, looks over. The throw across the diamond, not even close to being running down the baseline, was Maddox. So that seemed like he gave up on that play because it was fielded so cleanly.
That was definitely interesting.
You got to run those out because that will make the third baseman have to throw harder. And just an unfortunate situation there for the Bulldogs. But on the other side, Jaden Rodriguez and the rest of these Knights are very happy with the decision there by the big Maddox Muir.
Junior Daniel Black coming to the plate now. He's good hitter from what I've seen. Pulls the baseball pretty well, but I mean in these conditions, he's gonna really have to hit it to the open spots, I should say, because these open spots are going to become bigger and bigger as this wind gets progressively harder.
I don't think it's going to get much. It is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
It's not like it's the volume knob is going to be turned up or anything like that. It's just going to be a blustery day. You don't know where it's going to come from. Fought off inside. That landed in about the 10th row in the stands down there.
Wide open seating down there, but
Rodriguez doing a great job getting ahead of the count in each of the bats so far. He's got a 1-2 count here, looking to get strike 3. Hits the fingers, the bat. I'm not really sure. That seemed like a hit by pitch, and he's kind of.
Yeah, I feel like that definitely hit him.
He was kind of swinging, so it was a safety swing to try to get out of the way of the ball. But it goes for a foul ball, and
Coach Billy Chapman might have something to say about this.
Yeah, I don't blame him for wanting to protect his player and say that but again, umpire Jim Walsh says otherwise. Nope. Jim Walsh doing the behind the plate for game number 1, and Kevin Bolduc will be in the field for this game and for the doubleheader here. The Memorial Crusaders in the Pinkerton Astros for game number 2 after this. Andrew, you'll be calling that game.
Yeah, this is the first of a long day of baseball, but I'm excited. It's going to be a fun day. 14 innings of baseball.
We'll see. A little ground ball. This is going to be having to taken by Amar. The throw across is in time. Great stretch by Brett Beddington. And the Central West Knights able to get out of the top part of this inning. Only 1 hit allowed. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We'll be back for the bottom of the first after this. And back here for the bottom of the first inning, we'll see what the Knights can do with their bats against a hard-throwing left-handed hitter in Ryan O'Connor. Aiden will not be pitching as of now, but we'll see what happens here. Andrew Arndt and Kyle Heavey for Manchester Public Television, and we'll see what the likes of Nolan Duval can do with his bat.
I got to talk to Aiden before this game for quite a while. He said he was not pitching no matter what today. In relief might be Patrick Folis, depending on how close this game is. He throws 89-ish, so that should be interesting if he gets in. But O'Connell is definitely a no-go for today.
Wow,
Pitched
interesting.
Saturday.
Oh, that's
an
right.
absolute gem. 15 strikeouts.
Okay, so yeah, you can rest his arm for sure. And now a 1-1 count here at the pitch. And now a little soft liner that's going to be handled cleanly by the second baseman for out number 1.
Play by Folis there, just slid into it, but needed to. That was slicing because of the wind.
Well, no dirt stains on his pants for that one, but a good defensive gem. And now we'll see what the second batter in Travis Graff can do.
This is basically the same lineup as Friday night, except for a little different position changes. Of course, Declan being at third, Brett at first instead of on the mound.
Yeah, so there's a few changes.
Yep.
But overall, it's pretty much the same.
Same order, yeah.
If you can, why not change your winning ways? Let's keep it as it is. And now a 1-1 count again, and we'll see what Travis can do. He was big in the game on Friday night, scoring twice. He singled and walked to get on base, and he also grounded out to the catcher and flew out to the shortstop as well.
Hasn't quite caught up to O'Connor here. I can tell he's throwing mid-80s. Definitely, just by the way it looks from up here. He's also got a weird arm angle. He's like, reminds me of Connor McNally, who we may see in the next game. He comes from way back behind him and basically chucks it right over his head. You know, some guys don't go back all the way. He goes way back if you watch him here.
And delivery inside.
It's like his arm's like a slingshot.
Does not stay in the glove of the catcher.
It's Henry Dubois back there. He'll be the leadoff hitter next inning, who actually started off his varsity career with a grand slam.
Not a bad way to start
off, right?
Well, jealous of that. Obviously, today will not be a day for home runs here at Gill Stadium. Outside, and look at that. Able to get through the full count and able to stay on first base with 1 out walk right there as Travis Graff. And we'll see now what Declan Ryan can do. Declan's going to have some issues with this win today for sure if he sends one out to left field.
Especially where he hits the ball, towards that left center area. He's definitely going to have to hit it a couple different places.
Big swing starting things off.
Hardly got a chance to hit Friday night. I believe he got hit and walked and then smoked. I believe we call that an error to center field.
Yeah, but he scored 3 times.
Right.
That's all that matters. And he sends one back up our way for strike number 2.
That was right off the top of the bat.
Yeah, you're right. He did have the an error on the center fielder, a walk, and then a hit by pitch. But again, 3 times up the bat and 3 runs coming around to help his squad win.
Efficiency right there is what you'd call that.
Ball gets away and
he might
taken
take
off.
3 here.
Well, he doesn't know about it because the wind makes it difficult to hear, and he still slid as if the throw was coming down. But an easy swipe of second base for Travis, and now we got the Knights in scoring position here.
Yeah, the slide is definitely always a precautionary thing no matter what, but maybe Coach Ernie wasn't yelling loud enough, but that's definitely something you want to take notice for. But I do get it because of the wind.
Well, hitting it out to right field, but that wind is taking it, and boy,
Gone.
it is
That's gone.
landing on Maple Street. It's going to be a lawn ornament right there for the Sweeney Post. Incredible to see that did not hit a car or anything.
Yeah, that black CRV just 5 seconds too late, or maybe not too late, but from getting hit in the windshield there. My God.
Sometimes you appreciate, inside pitch. Ball kind of gets away, but Travis does not take off, decides to go back to second base.
Saw it a little late. If you're going to advance on that, you got to get the quick jump and just go.
Well, again, another time that Ryan has been up in the count and has started to throw some pitches that the Knights are not swinging at.
Yeah, he's been in command almost all the time.
Sending it out to center field, turning around, but now finally getting it pretty tough, but no sacrifice right there as the runner does not take off. So now with 2 outs, Travis Graff will be at second base still, and Declan Ryan flies out to center.
And you'll watch with those fly balls. Tagliaferro took his steps back, got right under it, and then realized that he had to run in because all it does is just drop straight down. And he had to go in and basically make the catch right at his chest instead of above his head.
And a big swing by Amar, who made a good play to end the inning. Looking at what he did the other night, he had a good day, 2 for 2 with a walk, a single, and a triple.
He got that big 3 RBI triple that really started getting the Central wheels rolling.
Yeah, and now he's down in the count 0-2.
Yeah, O'Connor's got his number here. Already in the at-bat being 0-2.
And now he gets a hold of one, but sends it right to the shortstop. Double pumps and tosses, but he's off the bat, and that is going to be a safe.
I'll give you one guess on what the cause of that was.
I'm going to go with the wind because it seemed like the shortstop had a really good field of it, and the throw across was just wide. It's not like Amar has a ton of speed, but it certainly made it difficult. And now we have runners at the corners for Brett Beddington.
Player of the game last time we were here. Well, you guys were here. I was over there. But in my opinion, he was the player of the game.
He certainly was rightfully so after throwing the whole five innings. He went 2 for 3, had a strikeout, a triple, and a double.
And then 5 shutout innings. Masterclass from him on Friday.
Fouls one up over the booth here, and we'll see what he can do down in the count. Both pitchers getting ahead in the count so far. It's been really smart move by the pitchers to really make the batters work harder.
Yeah, Brett got that last night too, but O'Connor's done a really nice job. Even Rodriguez too, but I think Beddington's hit was one of the farthest I've seen in the past couple of years. I mean, that hit the fence on the fly, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe one bounce.
No, it was on the fly.
One of the
Taking
farthest
off
I've seen.
the throw down to second. They planned that out as an easy swipe there by Amar, and now runners in scoring position. Count is 2-1 to Bennington. So first base now vacant if they want to decide to walk him and deal with the pitcher Jaden Rodriguez.
That's a good play.
And now he smokes one out to center.
Man.
Let's see. Dom is not able to get
man.
it. 2 runs will come around. He's still trying to get it. Gets all the way to the warning track. And Brett
stop.
Beddington will stop with an RBI double. And the Knights are dancing to a 2-0 lead.
I mean, look at that. Brett is a solid hitter. I mean, he comes through when his team needs it. 2 ducks on the pond, both in scoring position. He hit his pitch, and, I mean, he hit it exactly where he wanted it. Tagliaferro wasn't positioned correctly, and now Central West has got a 2-0 lead, and Beddington comes through yet again.
Look at that. Brett Beddington makes a case for possibly player of the game already. If the here early in this first inning.
Even made a good play over at first, getting off the bag to make the catch from DeWitty.
Well, Jaden now sends one out to right field, but looking to make a play and able to make that catch. But not before the Knights are able to put some runs up on the scoreboard. They've outscored their opponents 12-0 so far over the last 6 innings. We'll see what the Bedford Bulldogs will do as we head to the top of the second inning. Back with more after this. Back for the second inning here for Manchester Public Television's high school baseball coverage. Kyle Heavey, Andrew Arndt, and now joining us in the booth is Mr. Michael Gonzalez. Michael, you were able to come in and watch a little bit of this first inning, and good to see Jaden Rodriguez back out there on the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, it's good to see a lead for the Knights. Getting ahead 2-0 here. So, that's never safe in our experience this season, but
a strike 3 call that just caught the inside part of the plate. So look at this. It looks like the Knights have finally felt I feel like they're really enjoying this home field advantage the past couple games.
I'll tell you what, if they can win this game, that could literally turn their season around and potentially make the playoffs.
You weren't here when I said I was talking to Coach Ernie before the game. He was very happy about the win over my Crusaders, and he said that all it takes is one game to really turn a season around. All you need maybe 6 wins with 8 games left. You only got to get 4 more, and it starts today.
That's right.
Jack Henton, the batter here, playing third base, and from the left side of the field, if he's able to send one out to the gap, this could be huge for the Bulldogs, who are really they have one single so far in this contest in the first 5 batters.
Second lefty in here for Bedford. The first one was O'Connell, who flew out. And I think this will be the last one. I believe Bedford only has 2 lefties in this lineup.
Well, 2-1 count. Try to go to the outside, unable to. And now 3-1, and now we will see what they can do with getting a strike.
First time he's really been behind here.
And he throws the strike, and now the count goes full.
I don't know what he was looking at. That was right there. I mean,
and it's not like it was a meaty fastball. It seemed like it was acceptable to hit. Now the count full, and Rodriguez sends slicing is going to be into foul territory, into the soccer net.
Goal. Now on to the
you mentioned that 3-1 meatball. That's a hitter's count, too. You're kind of just sitting on that fastball right in like that. So, yeah, I'm surprised he didn't take a cut at it.
I wanted to take a cut out of it
Of
myself.
course.
But it's easier to look up take a peer at it from up here.
Good job coming back.
There's the
Looks like
walk.
he lost him there, but good job coming back on the at-bat right there.
Well, their second base runner of the game, and now we'll see what number 10 and Patrick Folis can do here, the second baseman.
Very good ball player. Known this guy for years. Used to play with him, actually. He was our best player as he was 13 years old. But, I mean, look
Sends
at
it out to
that.
center field, first pitch, and not able to get it. Duval will get it, have it go past him. He will collect it, but the base runners are on the move here. Hits the cutoff man. The throw
the
is going to
run
come
is-
home. We'll see what the play of the plate. Oh, Gavin is not able to hit it, and will stop at third base for Folis, who will get a double and an RBI double at that, as the Bedford Bulldogs now have a runner in tying run at third base.
I
So
mean-
tough to catch that as a catcher, though. It really
Yeah.
is. Those short hops like that, you got that specialized mitt for catching fastballs, not for scooping balls and tagging.
Right.
So always a hard play. That's why coaches really are liberal with the green light, sending them home.
I mean, I just said it. He's a good ball player. He seared that baseball. You know, we've kind of decided that we can't really give the you need to catch the fly ball points out today because this wind is just ridiculous.
Well, this could be a
Even-
tough play right here. Just
You see it all the time. So
Yep.
close, yet so far away.
well, that wind again pushing that ball for sure. I think
Yeah.
that Brett would have had that otherwise
Brett's
on
been
a
good
calm
at
day.
that. He's been good at those for sure. You see him come through a lot at first.
Got another two-sport athlete here, Connor Bergeron, also on the hockey team with Maddox Mura and Dom Tagliaferro. I forgot to say that when he was at bat. We got 3 hockey players in this starting lineup.
I mean, is it safe to say that most of the Bedford lineup
Yeah,
is a
they are. I mean,
two-sport athletes?
Aiden's a two-sport guy. Yeah,
And
all these
another
guys.
strikeout right there, and Bergeron goes down. So Jaden able to get that out, but now it's going to be the number 9 batter and Carter Crowley, the shortstop, who will have to either extend this inning or end it.
Made a nice play last half
Ball
inning.
gets
Gotta
away.
get the-
This should score. Oh,
Nope.
What is that thing anyway? Those circles.
That
You know, I've always wondered that.
It kind of helped him out a little bit. I feel like
that
he got his
might
bearings.
be. You know what? I've got no idea.
Yeah, we-
Honestly, I've got no idea.
Stop the ball right there. And
Yeah.
we'll try to get an answer for that before the end of this broadcast to figure out what
I think
just
I might know somebody who may know that answer.
what helped Gavin there.
Yeah, Gavin's been pretty solid as a backstop this year at his home turf.
He has. He played great Friday night. He had a couple of nice tosses.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to get people stealing bases, but he had some pretty good tosses down there.
Fouled back to the rooftop over by the bathrooms for strike number 1.
Good opportunity to strike out the side here.
It'd be great to see if we can get out of this inning, end it before the top of the lineup, which we saw already in last inning.
Stop the bleeding here.
Ooh, what a pitch.
Called a strike.
Wow, that's a nasty backdoor curve right there. Lefties are a little different than righties when you're pitching to them. You have that luxury to backdoor them.
2-2 count. 2-1. Knights lead. Trying to keep it. Fouled it off of himself.
Same pitch. Felt like great.
Yeah, that looked like.
Little meteor, though.
Yeah.
Carter Crowley would like to be able to do something. It's far back in the batter's box for sure. The third lefty in this lineup here for.
So I did make a mistake. Yeah, we had one more lefty. So we've got 3 of them in here.
And got the strike
Wow.
3. So 3 Ks for Jaden Rodriguez of this inning. A walk and a double allowed the Bulldogs to get on the board. We'll be back for the bottom of the second. We'll see the likes of Wilson Zola, Jason Collado, and Gavin Currier back to Gill Stadium after this. Bottom of the second begins with the likes of Wilson Zola, and we'll see if the Knights can add some more runs to their 2-1 lead here. Kyle Heavey, Andrew Arndt, and Michael Gonzalez here for Manchester Public Television. good matchup. I mean, Bedford comes into this game with a 4-6 record. Andrew, you were very shocked to know that their record is not as good as you thought they were going to be this year.
Yeah, I thought they've got a pretty good lineup here for us. I thought their record would have been a lot better, but it's 4-6, I believe.
That's a surprise to me as well. They're usually upper tiered in every sport.
You got a rookie first base coach over here, huh? Nate Arzilli.
Nate Arzilli, look at him. Looks very pumped to be out there as the first base coach.
Not sure where the rest of the Central coaches are, but
maybe they just want to give him some experience out there on the field to see what it's like. As
Ooh.
Called strikes, so Wilson got to protect here with 2 strikes on him. Wilson had a tough go of it on Friday night, went 0 for 3, grounding out twice, and actually grounding out all 3 times.
wow. Error. You got to hit it in the air to get. Oh,
And
I mean, that's
down
nasty.
with the K.
that
is
was a really good pitch.
Wilson Zola, and you got to give Ryan O'Connor credit. He really hit the inside corner, and it worked pretty well for him. And now Jason Collado, who also had a tough go of things, going 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts on Friday night, will be the batter here.
Yeah, but he did some cool things on the bases. He really
He's very fast.
he's a pest is what he is. He gets in the heads of pitchers.
Lefty-lefty matchup here as well.
I'm gonna put the advantage on Jason's bat, as I think that if he probably can sense something better than the right side of the bat with it coming out of the hand. It takes a second ball. Again, this game's starting a little bit late today. We started really about 4:15, and
Yeah.
it's now just 4:30, and we're still here in the bottom of the second inning. So, Michael, you didn't miss much at all of the game, but I know you're a little soft hit.
And
This
that's
might
exactly
land
what he
perfectly.
needed.
The throw is not in time, and Collado will get an infield single right there.
Deceiving speed right there, right? Like it didn't look like he was busting it, but man, he was moving down that line.
It's those short, quick strides that he's got that moves him right up that line.
Watch what I was talking about here. He's gonna now the pitcher has a direct look at him being a lefty. He's gonna really be a menace out there.
Well, that will work in the favor of Gavin Courier for sure, who will be the number 9 batter. Throw back to first is in time. Or not in time, excuse me. Collado back in time. That's what I meant to say.
That's the tough thing with these lefties is they can pick off
gone.
really easily.
Hit and run right away.
Well, instead, that fouled back to Valley Street here.
You think he even had to give him the sign here?
I know some players have a green light to steal. I know I did because
Oh, yeah?
you have to earn it, but once you're there, you can do whatever you want.
And a throw back to first. Collado back in time again.
You got to prove yourself, though, and Collado's definitely someone that has shown me anyway.
And now the throw down, and this is a perfect double play, but Collado too fast. They will get the easy out in Gavin Courier, and Collado will now be at second base with 2 outs. Same exact spot we were in last inning, and we'll see what the top of the lineup and Nolan Duval can do.
All it's going to take is a bloop hit here from Duval probably to score Collado.
Collado did something really interesting there. He slowed up to try to get in the way of the fielding ball and just missed the ball by an inch, and that's just experience.
Definitely knows what he's doing when he's on the bases. You can tell he's been on there quite a lot.
He's taking a 10-yard secondary lead,
Yeah.
too.
He's confident in himself. You know, he knows he can either get back or swipe that bag if he needs to. Here he goes.
The throw down. Good throw. Oh, he's off the
Oh.
bag. Let's see what they say. They're going to
He
say
went-
safe.
He went off the bag, and then he didn't apply the tag
Yeah,
while
he
he was
was-
off, and then he slipped in like a little little school, someone tardy for class. Just slipped right back on the bag.
Jack Henton definitely will have to be upset with himself when he sees the replay on that, as there was quite an opportunity there to get that third out, and instead
Ooh.
now fouled back. And now look at it. We got coaches out there now, Andrew.
There we go. Nate Arzilli got his experience. Maybe we'll see him as the Red Sox new first base coach in
Time
years.
will tell for sure. But a 1-2 count now to Nolan, who's 0 for 1, hit that line drive to second base. And now, look at this. He sends it through.
Clutch.
And Collada will come around for the third run for the Knights. And they will take a 3-1 lead. Nice piece of hitting right there by Nolan Duval.
It's going to be encouraging, huh? The Knights are all fired up on the bench. They're coming through, getting some clutch hits, and the momentum is on their side as of now.
It's another thing that Coach Ernie said. Their momentum Friday night so much better. Their momentum in every game. I mean, they're always up in the dugout. You know, they're always confident in themselves, and that's what really sets them apart from other teams.
What's been great for this is that all 3 of their runs have come with 2 outs so far in this game. Another throw, Nolan.
Such an advantage.
Going to have a lot of tire pellets in his cleats by the end of this.
You can tell. That means that O'Connor's mad at himself. He's not thrilled that he just gave up that third run. And now he's trying to erase that last guy.
Taken off.
What a
great
hose.
throw. Just it goes out to center field, but able to go and get it. Is that center fielder able to do is help his squad out in Dom Tagliero. But now
that was a P. He threw that really well.
Travis Graff, who had a walk his first time up the bat and scored, is the batter here. Love to get the bat on the ball. That was a strike call, though, on that pitch.
Yeah, he's definitely looking to do the same thing that Duval just did, just a bloop hit, play the wind. You know where it's coming. You don't have to swing that hard and send it over onto JFK. You know, you just got to do your job and just hit it into the open space, and the rest will get done for you.
Nice
Hits
pitch.
the outside corner now.
That's nasty.
That was a perfect pitch.
I mean, what do? Tip your cap.
It was
I guess.
just buried toward the bottom of the zone.
Well, trying to get a K. Oh, and ball gets away. See what type of speed we got.
Ooh,
Able to
nothing.
get that off the hop. A tough K right there, but it goes down. So the Knights score 1. Bedford down in this game 3-1. We'll see the top of the lineup for them and Dog Tagliero, Aiden O'Connell, and Maddox Muir will be back for the top of the third inning. Andrew Arndt, Kyle Heavey, and Michael Gonzalez back here on Manchester Public Television's baseball coverage after this. As we begin the top of the third inning, Jaden Rodriguez in command, able to get 3 Ks in the second inning while giving up 1 run, and we'll see what he can do against Dom, who was able to single off of him. He's 1 for 1 so far in this contest. And Andrew, what are you going to see here?
I think Tagliaferro is one of their fastest guys. I mean, he's a leadoff hitter for a reason. You know, all leadoff hitters have speed, so he's honestly probably going to try to do what Duval and Graff and all these other guys are doing, is just play the wind, hit the open spots, because you know what's going to happen. I mean, that was a hack, but he's just going to do what he has to do. You don't need big, powerful hits on a day like today.
Declan Ryan's way back at third, too, though. He might take a look at that.
He knows he's going.
Well, you might take a look at a drag bunt, perhaps.
I mean, look how close Duval's in here in center. He's just standing at that 50. Usually he's at least behind that yellow line into the solid green area back there in center field, but he knows what he's doing now. Surprised he's not in the middle of the sea at this point.
Pitch upstairs goes to a 3-1 count, and now has to be able to figure things out. Let's see what Jaden can do. Oh, we have a weird situation here. Jim Walsh steps away, and now Jaden takes no time and delivers.
Yeah.
And outside.
He did not take any time. He just went right back to the procedure.
Why mess yourself up? I mean, all he probably did was just stand there. You know, you got to get back in your rotation.
Fouled up in the air. No chance for that. And
he's been fighting back, down in counts and coming back at him.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with what Jaden's able to do. But, again, Dom is a leadoff hitter for a reason, and he's done a good job in center field. Fouled off. Down.
Look out.
Yeah, we got our eighth pitch of the at-bat already right now.
It's fouled into the Bedford dugout. Unfortunately, couldn't make a play down there.
Yeah, no plays being made up here today with the wind.
Nope.
A little soft foul. It's going to go foul. You don't know if Jaden's thought it was going to stay fair. Brett was running in on it. And a third consecutive foul ball here. And Tagliaferro is really trying his best to make the Knights work hard to get himself on base for the second time.
I mean, you figure a maximum pitch count is 110. If you can get 10 in one at bat, you're really cutting into it.
And finally, fourth
was-
consecutive K to get for an out here.
A slow looping curve that really had him out timed right there. So good job mixing it up. And to throw all those strikes in a row, Kyle.
That was a really tremendous at bat. I mean, it worked out for the Knights, but you can't be disappointed for the Bulldogs. That was a good battle. And now we'll see what Aiden O'Connell will do. He is 0 for 1 after flying out to center field. Wasn't the easiest play for Duval, but he was able to get it. And now a little soft dribbler is going to get into center field for a single, and O'Connell will be stopping at first base, and the Bulldogs looking to make something happen here with a 1 out and a runner on first base.
He did exactly what he needed to do there. Just a bloop single, got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't put a giant swing on it. He just hit it where he needed to, and that was out of the reach of everybody.
Sounded weird off the bat, almost like a
little
dead
bit.
spot almost.
Yeah.
Well, Maddox Muir, who grounded out to Declan Ryan at third base, the batter now, 0 for 1 on the day. But he's got some size to him for sure. If he can at least try to send one up in the air, throw across to O'Connell. That was a close one right there. Bennington put the swipe down.
Yeah, O'Connell did a good job to get back in, but definitely a good call by Rodriguez to try to get that quick pick off.
Yeah, he's got some fancy feet over there.
Inside pitch gets the strike plate, and a 1-1 count now.
Yeah, O'Connell's playing head games right
Yeah,
now.
watch him at first.
He does like a little shimmy with his feet.
I see that shimmy now.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's close.
Just got back in there.
Yeah, you got to get down. You never know.
It looks like he's kind of
Yeah.
on ice out there, the way
Watch.
that he's just slipping and sliding. I know
He's moonwalking, Kyle.
I'll kind of zoom in on this and see if he does anything while the camera's
Well,
on him.
he is wearing turf shoes. You can't wear metal cleats on here, so he does need to get some traction somehow. So that could definitely be part of the reason.
You see a lot of different outfitting going on with the shoes. You see basketball shoes. You see all kinds of different looks.
Yeah, you see the plastic cleats, the turf shoes.
Muir
that's
sends one out to
sent.
center field. Duval running. Oh, it's actually going to be Wilson
Wow.
Zola
Oh,
who makes the catch, but it's
on
on the
the transfer.
transition.
Yep.
That's a
or
catch.
transfer, yeah.
That's just enough to
Yeah,
keep
just
calling it a
barely.
catch. But, man, did that wind take it for about, 30 feet in the air?
I mean, I was zoomed in on Nolan, and next
Yeah.
thing I know, I'm looking at Wilson making the catch.
Good
so
job.
I'm going to have to be a little better on my camera
That's
work on that point.
Not
'cause-
quite on you, I feel like. That's
That was
blame the weather.
How about that catch, though?
And it fouled back. So now with 2 outs and a runner at first base, we'll see what Daniel Black will do with his chance. He is 0 for 1 after grounding out to Amar at shortstop.
Another pickoff move, just barely got in there. Bolduc says safe.
Yeah, it was a great attempt, but the Kevin Bolduc says otherwise, that he was back in time. A lot of the
gone.
There goes O'Connell.
and the throw is not in time.
He had a jump and a
Yeah,
half.
that was a great jump.
So good.
As soon as that leg left the dirt, he was gone.
Yeah, I mean, Jaden's got a little bit of a kick, a little bit of a stall in his
Yeah, he
wind-up.
does have a little. Have noticed that with him pitching. He does have that little.
Kind of kicks his leg and then leaves it there for half a second.
That's actually how some guys get power, though.
Yeah, it's definitely part of his success.
Well, Black now 0-2 in the count. Rodriguez tried to get him up high, but he didn't fall for it.
Smart move, typical 0-2 pitch right there.
Yep, waste pitch, try to get him to chase.
Avoid the dirt so you don't get a pass ball.
And now
boy.
sliced out. We'll see if Wilson can field this cleanly. He does.
Wow.
And that will do it for out number 3. The Bulldogs able to get a hit and one runner left on base. And for the Knights, they'll have the big part of their lineup, Amar DeWitty, as well as Declan Ryan will be up to bat. We'll be back for the bottom third after this. bottom of the third inning here with the Knights up to bat again. They've scored the first 2 innings, and we'll see what Declan Ryan, who is 0 for 1, can do. But we do have a new pitcher here for the Bulldogs.
Yep, that's number 10, junior Patrick Folis. I mean, look at that pitch. That was at least 87. I know his best pull down he's ever done was 92.
Now, all right.
As a junior, which is pretty good.
Pretty fast.
Yeah, I was going to say Declan now down in the count 0-2, and would like to get a hold of 1 right now. We'll see what high upstairs.
I mean, look at that. He's chucking it.
High heat. Yeah, that's how you get that extra mile an hour. The higher
Walsh
it is.
stepping away again.
Declan smart and just says timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah, Folis is a guy who, if you let him get comfortable, he's going to just rip right through your lineup.
One of the better pitchers on the staff, would you say?
For sure. Him and O'Connell, really, they're 1-2.
Sends one out towards
Another
Maple
one.
Street.
Gone.
Boy, hopefully no dents and broken windows, anything like that.
Declan Ryan sending baseballs all over the place here today.
2-2 count. He sends one at foul again.
He's no easy
Look
out.
out over there.
He is not an easy out at all.
And into the street for the third time.
Wow, it's impressive what the collection that people can get if they want some baseballs.
I'm going to go stand in the street next time he's out.
Inside
Oh.
for strike 3. Declan does not
Yeah.
appreciate Jim Walsh's call.
Lets him know.
And he will
No.
walk away and take off his helmet and be a little frustrated with that. And
I don't blame him. That's a tough call to make. That looked like it was low end.
As long as it's consistent and you see Rodriguez over there saying, okay, this has got to stay the
Yeah.
same for me.
Well, Amar up to bat now, who is able to reach on an error with his super speed to get on, and now he
Look at
sends
that.
one kind of an inside swing,
He's
and that will
crafty.
go for a single, able to cut it off quickly as the left fielder. And DeWitty able to get on base for the second consecutive inning.
Seems like every game we're saying something he's done to contribute. He's just a crafty leader, fourth hitter, just really solid.
And I was wrong. He actually got on in the first inning, not the second
Also,
inning.
look out by the batting cages. It's 5:02 and the Astros already hitting. So they're definitely ready for their
inside
game.
pitch. The wind howling straight at us right now.
One
as
of the hotter hitters from Central right now, I'd say, right?
Yeah, Brett has been bringing the throw down is going to be off. Oh, if he would have had
couldn't
him.
catch it.
Oh, you got to wonder if he's all right now as Amar slid in very awkwardly and gets up on his own power. Everyone's going back to their position. But
Everybody's okay, obviously.
He was
Great thing to see.
out by a mile, but he couldn't control the throw. So lucky break.
unfortunate there, the second baseman had a play on it if he had got that ball cleanly. Unable to.
Oh gosh, that was just straight gas from Folis. You could tell Bennington's like, all right, that was just a good pitch, and he knew it. That was a late swing too.
Brett has
Look out.
2 doubles and a triple his last 3 times at bat, so he's really feeling it lately. And all 3 of those hits that I just mentioned, guys, have been RBIs. So
Well, he's got a duck on the pond right now.
There were also extra bases, right? Look at that strikeout.
That was deceiving. That was a good pitch.
and instead he will walk away a little perturbed with himself right now, but it's okay because he has the pitcher, Jaden Rodriguez, to help back him up here with trying to get another run on the board. And he sends one on the first pitch over the fence.
Oh, my goodness.
The pedestrian ducking his head as he's just walking slowly past Gill Stadium, just shocked that that ball was coming careening at him.
Running out of balls.
For sure. Well, now it's a 1-1 count as that went outside for a ball.
I've always wondered why they don't have a net going all the way across this stadium. All of your problems would be solved by one net. I mean,
Cha-ching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you donating your money to that?
That's a fair point.
I could, but I don't really necessarily think that it's needed that badly.
Celtics are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Fingers crossed. Hopefully I'll be there in Boston for that. That's when I'm saving my my money for right now.
Well, if you want to donate to the city of Manchester,
For a
it's,
giant net going
I'm
all
sure-
the way across the foul.
Sure,
the
Parks and
line there.
Recreation would appreciate that for sure. But now,
Get
a
Adam
1-2
Sandler to
count.
do it. Ooh.
Ball goes
good though.
outside and able to move up to third base. Amar looking to add another run.
Now, this is his problem. He does get a little wild sometimes, and once he gets really wild and people start getting in his head, then he's a whole different pitcher. You know, he can be very dominant, but if you've got a couple of runners on and you're in his head, it's tough for him to be the pitcher he is.
A ball upstairs, and now Rodriguez
Yeah.
has the count go full.
That opens the door for a potential pass ball right now, because if he goes in the dirt, you just saw what happened. That'd be a run.
And the payoff pitch fouled into the turf.
Oh,
This is it's gonna go foul. I was hoping that it would stay
Yeah.
on the inside the chalk.
Yo, big man was moving down that
He
base
was.
path, too. That would have been a really hard play to get Jaden. Deceivingly fast. He was running really quickly.
Well, now we gotta wonder if that might exhausted him, as he swung the bat a number of times. This at bat, the pitcher trying to add up more to his cushion here. Now, quickly stepping off, Folis.
He's going for the big swing and a miss here. I think this is going to be curveball.
And outside, and now runners will be at the corners. And Rodriguez able to use his skills with the pitching and knowing what strikes and balls from umpire Jim Walsh is able to step on first base.
Henry Du Bois just saved Bedford a run right there, making that
He
catch.
did.
That was not an easy extension right
Now
there.
look, he gives his infield the signal for a first and third play, possibly. See what Bedford does, because these definitely aren't the fastest guys on base for Central here.
Wilson Zola would love to be
Big
able to
cut.
help himself right here. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout last inning to start it off.
Might want to take a look at third base and maybe lay one down here.
Zola is 0 for 4 in his last 4 at-bats.
That'd be an interesting move.
Well, when
Two
you-
down.
If you're struggling and you got a pitcher like this, you got to do what you got to do to try to open up.
Definitely not going to
something.
happen now. 0-2.
Zola got to put contact on the ball here. Outside, try to get him chasing.
It's
But-
tough when you're slumping a little bit. You know, it really gets in your head. Yeah, you see the
1-2 count. The bench is cheering for it. And now he gets a hold of it, but it's going to be right to the shortstop
Easy
who
play.
underhands it to the second baseman. And the Bulldogs able to get out of a jam. No runs scored in that inning. A single and a walk there, but we'll head to the top of the fourth inning. A great game here on this wild, windy day. We'll be back to see what the Bulldogs can do down 3-1 to the Knights. Henry Dubois, the catcher, will be the first batter here in the top of the fourth inning. Takes an inside pitch for ball one. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout, and it doesn't seem like Jaden Rodriguez is overpowering, but he's really just doing a good job of shutting down these Bulldogs so far.
He's got 4 strikeouts here through his first 3 innings of play, and he's hoping to make it maybe 5 or 6 here.
I'm not sure if Gavin Courier is just doing a great job with figuring out where to throw them. He's looking at the coach right now to get the right pitch, and it's going to be inside, maybe a fastball. No, it does not.
Up and in there from Rodriguez.
Yeah, I see Gavin is getting the signs from the coach, looking at his armband.
For sure.
And then sending the sign to Jaden, and now the pitch. And fouled up over our heads.
Look out, Gonzo, up there.
Michael Gonzalez taking a quick break out on the catwalk behind us. We'll see if he has a
Hopefully he didn't get blown away up there.
souvenir from us. But 2-2 count. And sent
Oh,
out to
look at
center
that.
field. Duval will be on his horse. He
Here
loses
goes
his hat
Dubois.
and he's going to get all the way to the fence. Already at second base, heading for third. And they're going to put the stop sign on him. But a leadoff triple for Dubois and the Bulldogs in business.
He got his revenge there. I mean, he saw his pitch that he wanted and put it right over Duval's head, right into the spot where he needed to. And he's on with a big leadoff triple. Bedford in big position to maybe put a couple of runs on this inning.
And Jack Henton will be the batter here with a duck on the pond. hitting from the left side. So we'll see if he lays down a bunt or if he just decides to go for it. Henton is the run scorer for the Bulldogs already after a walk in the second inning, able to motor around and finally get across home plate.
On deck batter and now pitcher Patrick Folis was the one who got that RBI with the double.
Call the strike.
Good frame.
Woof.
It's definitely a frame job and a half there from Gavin Courier, but you know what? He's putting in the effort to make the frame, and Jim Walsh is going to give him the call.
A slice that will be ran on by
Look at
Collado,
that.
but
I mean, that's like a curveball. That's just, it looks like it's going right at Collado, right near the line, and it ends up 20 yards over into the soccer net.
Soccer net been the big eater of the. Yeah, it's doing a good job of getting all these foul balls. Now, sent another one. Let's see.
No hustle over there.
Yeah,
No gonzo point there.
Poor play by number 9 on the Knights squad, not able to get that slow rolling foul ball. And now still a 1-2 count. And Jaden would love to get another K upstairs.
He looked what he looked for what he wanted, and that was the high fastball, and I think he let it go a little bit too early there because that just stayed up and never came down.
A 2-2 count now, and calling quickly timeout. Henton will get back in the batter's box. The third baseman looking to make something happen here with his bat. And he sends one out to Duval. This should work for a sacrifice. Able to make that catch, but Dubois' speed will allow him to score the second run for the Bulldogs. And now the Knights lead down to 3-2 here. Good piece of hitting right there to get the Bulldog across the plate. And now we'll see what Folis can do, who already has a double in this contest.
Yeah, Hinton just did his job. Sac fly is going to work just as well, especially because it's just one out now, and now you have a complete reset with Folis, who's 1-for-1 coming up to the plate.
And a little ground ball to Logan Ryan. Brett Beddington able to just eat that up off the bounce. And quickly, 2 consecutive outs on 2 pitches. And we're getting towards the bottom of the lineup here. And it looks like we have a substitute player right here, number 7, Andrew. I will quickly look that up. I thought you had it written down as
I couldn't find him.
It is Jacob Oster. And he sends one high up in the air, and Logan Ryan going to call it off, or Declan Ryan, excuse me, is able to make that third out. So 3 consecutive pitches, very big moment in the game, but the Bulldogs able to get 1 across the board, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. We'll reconvene after this with the Knights leading 3-2. See what their bats can do after this. It'll be the 8-9-1 part of the lineup here for the Knights, and Jason Collado, who was able to single and score the last run for the Knights, will be the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, he used his speed to his advantage last time, getting that little bloop single right behind the mound, and then also swiping a couple of bags, swiped second and third.
Yeah, he did. He really did. He made that an easy run on the RBI single.
And lets a pitch go by him. I thought it was going to be a strike. Unfortunately, it did not get called that way, and it works out for Collado, who will take that. Full is not pleased with that.
No, he was not.
He puts a little bit more, fire into that throw there and is able to get that strike, and now it's a 2-2 count.
He's thinking to himself, this should be a strikeout.
And Collado, who had 2 Ks last game, trying to avoid getting 2 Ks in this game, and the count now is full.
I made a mistake when I said that's not Pinkerton. Those are my guys out there hitting. I can tell that's Castro in the cage right now.
Oh,
it's
Collado
Memorial.
Goes down with a K,
nice
and
pitch.
Yeah, not much you can do. Patrick is bringing the heat and is shutting down the Knights so far since he's coming in relief. And now we'll see what Gavin Courier can do. Gavin grounded out to second base, is 0-for-1 on the day, and is doing a good job behind the plate. So we'll see if he can find a pitch he likes here. Sends the first one. See if this goes over the fence. I'm not even sure where it went, honestly.
I have no idea.
It's on the white roof of the extended building.
I'm not going up there to get it.
Yeah. We'll leave that to Scott Bezoin, who's done a great job here for the Parks and Rec Department to make sure Gill Stadium is ready for business as obviously, Memorial and then Central West play here, and we've seen some Trinity games as well.
Yeah, when the weather gets a little inclement, the field over there at Deerfield Park is a little unplayable, so they come here on the dry turf.
A 2-1 count here. Gavin can do the same exact thing like he did the last time. 4-3 put out right there. Ground ball to the second baseman. And quickly, 2 outs here. And now we'll see what the top of the lineup and Nolan Duval can do, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Able to get that RBI single his last time up to bat in the second inning. We'll see what he can do here to extend this 4th inning.
Yeah, he had a nice at-bat last time to drive in that run.
He called it clutch, honestly. It was clutch. He needed to get that run in. I believe that was the last hit of that inning. It was with 2 outs. Yes, it was.
I think that was an offer, but not called it.
Nope.
Well, only 2 hits so far in the day for the Central West squad. A lot of walks, and now I lied. Make that 3.
Look at that. That's going to roll and roll and roll.
Wow, he got to it.
Got to it, and it will be close play at second.
Wow.
Able to get in there safely, and Duval gets himself a double with 2 outs. And again, like I said, all their runs have come with 2 outs, and we'll see what Travis Graff can do, who is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk.
Junior Daniel Black in left field got to that ball really quick and actually made a decent bid at getting him at second.
That ball was rolling forever, it looked like, but he did use his speed to get to it.
It's a nice pitch again.
Graff, who struck out, the play kind of was like an unorthodox one. The catcher actually had to throw down to first base to get them out fully, and now sent out. But this is going to head into the bullpen.
So whoever warms up for the next game will have a souvenir out there.
Well, now down in the count, 0-2. Travis got to protect. Goes to the outside corner, but Jim Walsh says no, didn't make it.
Just off the plate there. Good pitch on an 0-2 count. That's exactly what you want to do.
See if he gives us a junk pitch here. No, he sends one. It's going to be in the way of Kevin Bolduc, but the throw across is in time. And after a single leads a runner at base, Bulldogs have suddenly brought the energy. Still down 3-2. We'll see what they can do in the top of the 5th inning. I am done here for the day. I'll leave this in the good hands of Michael Gonzalez and Andrew Arndt. A good game here at Gill Stadium. We'll be back to see what happens after this.
Well, we're back for the top of the 5th inning, and we've got a great game here. As you just heard, Kyle Heavey is done for now. He's on his way to some kind of event. Andrew Arndt and Michael Gonzalez here, bringing you the live coverage of the rest of this game as Jaden Rodriguez is up in the count for strike 1.
Yeah, got a nice call from Jim Walsh there. Maybe remembered when Declan Ryan struck out on the same pitch, kind of put it in his memory bank and mimicked it.
Yeah, he's definitely done a good job at getting ahead in the count here this game, Jaden has. As that another one is fouled over the roof and probably into the street. Hopefully not quite at your car.
No, not there. I'm not telling him where I put it.
Rodriguez gets his sign, and that one is just over the head of Travis Graff, and that will be in for a base hit for, looks like that was Carter Crowley.
Yeah, just over the extended glove of Graff. Good bid. Tried to time it, but just had a little too much pepper on it.
Bedford down by 1 here, so they definitely need a comeback. Here's Tagliaferro, who's going to lay down a bunt. Rodriguez is going to make the easy play to first, and Bedford will have Carter Crowley sitting on second base with 1 out.
I mean, it should be easy, but it's never easy at this level. So
right.
Good job scooping it by the big man.
I wouldn't say easy. I'll say routine as a different word.
Definitely good job by Jaden right there.
Dangerous hitter at the plate here. O'Connell, dribbler to Rodriguez. He will make that play to third, but Crowley moves up.
Smart play. Get the out. Now you have 2 outs here, and now you're 1 out away from getting out of this with still the lead intact. But you got a dangerous hitter right now.
Yeah, I was going to say no easy out here. Maddox Muir, who has had a good, decent day here. He's got good contact. unfortunately wasn't able to get on yet today. He's grounded out and flown out, but he is definitely capable of tying this game here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He looks hungry, too.
He does. He's looking for some revenge. That one
No,
is fouled. Beddington giving chase. I didn't even realize that wasn't out of play, but
that ball just kept carrying. This wind is special today.
it's something, isn't it?
Yeah, we can't even open the windows up here.
Right, because all our papers and notes will be blowing all over the place, and then could affect the sound too. The 1-1 from Rodriguez is inside, says Jim Walsh for ball 2.
Yeah, he went to the craft store and bought some frames. Tried to trick Jim Walsh, but Jim Walsh has been there, done that. You can't fool him.
He's definitely a veteran umpire here. We've said his name quite a few times on our broadcasts. Rodriguez gets his sign, the 2-1.
Ooh, nice
In there
pitch.
for strike 2. So Walsh should not give him the last one,
He's
but
saying
he
it
does
hit.
give him that one.
He's saying it hit his arm there, and that's weird. If it hit his arm and then careened into the glove.
Yeah, I don't quite know
Gavin,
about that.
And then he's saying he hit it. He's pretty adamant about it.
Jim Walsh is going to talk to Billy Chapman about this as
Weird.
Maddox Muir just stands off to the side.
Could be a blessing. I mean, first base open with that kind of bat, He's just going to say, hey, he didn't get the call. Time to move on.
Yeah, that's happened twice today, actually. I'm not sure if this was before you got here, but I forget who it was. Somebody had said that they had gotten hit, and Billy Chapman went to go talk about it, and Jim Walsh quickly turned him down and said that no, he did not get hit, and the at-bat continued, which is what we'll have here.
Weird for it to be called a strike, though.
Inside ball 3. And we've got full count with 2 outs with a runner on third. Nothing better than this at-bat right here.
He's really on the plate, though. He really crowds it.
He
with
is
that
crowding.
elbow. And he's set up
The
inside.
payoff
too.
pitch from Rodriguez, high for ball 4.
Good job getting to that ball. Gavin scoops it, gets it back to the pitcher. No damage, but there is a man on first and third. So Central West will have to come up with some kind of defensive call here, whether to throw down, cut it off, or what, because he's going to swipe second there.
Yeah, they're going to go with their first and third, and now obviously
Ernie's
I'm not
making a
sure
call.
what that
Yeah.
is.
Ernie's out there doing some.
He definitely just gave Gavin Courier something to tell his infield.
It looked like a traffic control policeman.
Daniel Black, the hitter for Bedford, he'll send it out to Graff, who will make the play
Excellent
and
job.
hold Bedford scoreless. But
That's why, Andrew, real quick, that's why it's so important that Rodriguez made that throw to first to get that force out for 2 outs, because right there, that's what they created, a force out.
Absolutely. The Knights are able to hold the Bulldogs scoreless. They'll only have to do that 2 more times, but we'll see what their offense can add here in the bottom of the 5th inning when we return from this short break. Back for more baseball action from Gill Stadium. Andrew Arndt and Michael Gonzalez still giving you live coverage. And Central is in a position where they could get a couple more runs here, and it's all going to start with the big power hitter, Declan Ryan, right here.
Yeah, he struck out last at bat to his dismay. Kind of gave a side eye to the Jim Walsh. Didn't agree with the call, and he gets a strike call for the first pitch of this.
He just did that there too, but Patrick Folis will definitely take it. 0-1 from Folis is high for ball 1, but yeah, he's got some heat on that fastball, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's had a couple runners get on, but he's been able to pitch his way out of it every time.
That one's fouled directly above us and out of play. Count moves to 1-2.
Yep, pitcher's count here. Expect something on the paint here, trying to mimic the last at bat.
Ryan's had a tough day, 0 for 2 with a flyout and a backwards K. Definitely looking to make that 1 for 3 here.
Doesn't happen often that he gets that looking call. He's got a nice eye, and I love his bare hands approach.
He doesn't argue with the umpires much either, so when he argues with an umpire, you can tell he really, really disagreed with that call. But he'll took the ball outside, 2-2 from
Nice
Folis
rip.
is driven the opposite way. for a base hit. That's a great piece of hitting there
Yeah,
from Declan Ryan.
Looked like Pete Rose out there, just doing what you have to do. You take that pitch out to right field, you get on, and you get something stewing with a nice leadoff single for Manchester West is back in action here.
Amar DeWitty, the next hitter for the Knights, looking to either move Ryan here or even also get on.
Yeah, he had a nice hit last time, and he is just one of the solid players on this team.
Ball gets away from Dubois. Ryan is going to slide in for the swiped bag, and now with no outs, there's a runner in scoring position for one of the best hitters on this roster.
Quack, quack, baby. Duck on the pond.
Heard some noise outside. DeWitty is going to bunt it. Dubois is going to throw over to O'Connell.
He
The
got him.
throw over to third.
Gonna
Ryan to the plate. He's going to score.
Wow. That was
And the Knights take a 4-2 lead. How about that?
completely manufactured that run right there with the bunt. Comes in from second, hot on the corner, gets caught, but you throw behind the runner. You can't do that. You got to kind of run at him, because if you throw behind the runner, he can advance. But if you throw ahead of him, you can at least get him back to the base.
So they do get the out, but it does work for a run.
A big run, too.
Huge. This game's 4-2 now, and Beddington, who is one of the hottest hitters in D1 baseball right now, in my opinion, steps up to the plate.
Unassumingly hot, too. Like, he was clearly the best pitcher on the staff, but he's really played his way into this lineup. Going to Keene State next year, having a great season. Good for him.
Big cut and a miss there. Count moves to 1-2. But, yeah, today he's got the big double, the big 2 RBI double, and then the only tough thing with him is the strikeouts. He struck out last game but had 2 extra base hits, both with RBIs. The one today also has an RBI, but he did also strike out today.
When he gets a hold of it, it goes.
Swing and a miss, and there is the strikeout as the Bulldogs will throw it around the horn. That is the second out, and now the pitcher, Jaden Rodriguez, is coming to the dish.
That's something that Declan Ryan did that it doesn't show up on the scorecard, like how he scored, but he totally did that himself. Getting to second. Whoa,
Rodriguez,
to that one.
High pop-up. I lost it there. Center field, Tagliaferro coming on. He'll make the play. But the Central West back for the top of the 6th inning. And what may be the biggest inning here for the Bedford Bulldogs that we've seen today. They're down 4-2. But they have a big opportunity to get some more runs. It all starts right here with the catcher, Henry Dubois, who sends that one.
Declan's
foul.
on the case.
Ryan giving chase.
Look at this.
Gets under it.
Oh, nice.
Just missed it.
Nice effort. You see him do it at first base over on the other side. Today at third, covers a lot of ground. Just that wind just said, not today.
That was a great effort by Declan Ryan. I got the whole thing. He got right under it, and it just went a little bit behind him.
Overran it a little bit, but, man, good effort. He's been doing it all year.
That's a big guy giving chase right there.
He's huge.
Great effort.
Ooh.
That bounces in there for ball 2. You got to think Rodriguez is getting high on pitch counts here.
He is getting high on pitch counts, and Ernie's on the case on that one. You don't see anyone warming up yet, so they're going to try to ride him as long as they can. I would, too. He's really shut them down for just 2 runs so far.
He's been dominant today for sure as Dubois fouls that one
Ouch.
off of himself, I believe.
No, that went right off Gavin's face mask.
Couldn't quite tell from the weird angle up here, but Rodriguez has got him 1-2.
Yeah, big opportunity to start out with a K here. Look for a curveball.
Rodriguez deals inside ball 2.
You see Gavin, the catcher, setting up a little bit on the inside corner. That's the hot spot for Jim Walsh to call the strikes. He's
Absolutely. Been
favoring
doing it
that.
all night long.
Curveball.
Rodriguez.
How the...
Wow.
I guess that was a...
Wow.
is off the plate, I suppose.
Did not give him
Yeah.
that call either. Now, Rodriguez, the full count
Yeah.
is up and over the head of Henry Dubois, and he will take a trot down to first base.
Yeah, that curveball a little frustrating for Jaden. You can see his body language, but you just get to bounce back here. You can't control anything except the next pitch.
Dubois stays 1 for 2 with the backwards K and the triple. The walk won't do anything to that. And there's that outside corner called strike 1.
Yeah, with the 3 lefties in the lineup, it almost favors Jaden getting those outside corner pitches because that's where they've been hammering it all day.
I know back when I played, I always liked pitching more to lefties because of the open zone.
Yeah. Look at the wind.
We
Unbelievable.
can really hear that wind howling.
You can see the pants of the umpire about
Yeah.
to blow off.
Rodriguez throws over to Beddington for the pickoff move. Nothing there. Jack Hinton is looking to add to his 0 for 0 day with a walk and a sac fly. And
Oh, boy.
he gets a hold of that
Sure
one.
did.
That one is over the head of Wilson Zola, and that may get Bedford within 1 run here. Throw's going to be in. Here's the play to third. Run scores. That's way off.
Good job by Declan Ryan right there.
Jack Hinton is in with an RBI triple. Bedford is just 1 step closer to tying this ball game. It's a great piece of hitting there by Jack Hinton just over the head of Wilson Zola with another triple in this game. We've got a couple of them. Dubois hit a triple, and he also did, and this may do it for Jaden Rodriguez.
I don't know who they'd go to, though. Do you?
No, I'm not too sure. This might not be it for him. We'll know in a second. We're going to take a quick break, resolve a battery issue here real quick. Rodriguez will stay in the game, as that sounds much better.
A lot better. We're not underwater anymore.
Right. Definitely sound like we were. Folis digging in here as Rodriguez throws ball 1, and he may be getting tired here. I would assume that he's getting a little bit tired. He's gone 5 innings already here. This is his 6th inning pitching. He's probably a little tired. Folis fouls that one.
Yeah, interesting
Out
to
of
see
play.
the positioning out in right field for Zola. He's kind of way off the line right there with this wind blowing that direction. You'd think he'd maybe just cheat a little bit more. In fact, I would expect Central West to be more in on the infield to guard this 1-run lead.
Right. Not a big lead over there at third, though, for Hinton.
Oh, he got the ring
Wow.
out. Caught looking in a big K, and he's not happy about that. He'll take that aggression to the mound.
He's now 1 for 3. That double in the first inning was his only hit, and then now he's got that backwards K next to his name, and now Jacob Oster, who just came in last inning, will be at the dish again. Fouls that one into the stands right off the hands of the bat for strike 1.
So Jaden doing a good job battling back, getting that first strikeout, and now up in the count already. So this is a very, very big spot right here for Jaden.
That was the first out there for Central West, and it was a big one. Fouled straight back above us for strike 2, and now Rodriguez, is way ahead in the count. Oster gives that one a ride over towards the Memorial people walking. That's Ben Mayu and Isaiah Solis over there, who we will see later in this game. And Oster staying with it here. As we figure out a mic situation.
Oh, this is playable.
right in the infield.
Gotta make
Declan
this
Ryan
catch.
on the hill. He does
Oh,
reel it in.
Big man with the big catch.
That's a great play.
Kind of saves the day here. Looking cool in his shades with his head of lettuce. Doing his thing. Big man, senior leader. Declan Ryan gets the great catch.
That was a tough play to make.
Wicked tough.
He had to run right over the mound, which, trips a lot of people up. But now the sophomore shortstop, Carter Crowley, looking to add one more run so that Bedford is able to tie this game.
Yeah, and Central goes back into the normal depth of the infield so they can get that force at first. But good job by Jaden coming back with a guy on third with no outs.
At this point, you're not worried about that run. You are just worried about the guy at the plate.
Good job by Gavin covering, just being another good backstop because that ball was in the dirt and that could have tied the game up had he not.
He's been great today. He really has. As Rodriguez looks in, gets his sign in there for strike one.
When you have someone behind the plate that can do that, it really opens up the confidence for the pitcher knowing he can throw a couple curves in the dirt and not kill the team from it.
Absolutely. Rodriguez still behind in the count here as Crowley takes a step aside for just a second. Rodriguez gets his sign, deals, and that one is driven through the gap. The Bulldogs have tied this game. A clutch at bat from Carter Crowley, and look at all the Bulldogs outside of their dugout.
That was a great hit. I mean, he just punched it right in no man's land.
As a great hit back to the top of the lineup here. Dom Tagliaferro looking to get even more runs here for Bedford. They got two this inning, have tied it at 4-4. Tagliaferro does just that. He sends it through right past DeWitty at shortstop. And this game is getting really interesting, isn't it, Gonzo?
It is. It's actually it's getting to the point where you're wondering what are they going to do after Jaden. If there's anyone.
Yeah, I would have to assume
maybe DeWitty can come in and do something.
This may be his last inning here.
Maybe Declan Ryan can do something.
Tough out here as O'Connell comes back to the plate, sends that one out to center field. Duval under it, makes the play.
Lucky.
For the third out. But the top of the sixth inning, brings a lot for the visiting Bedford Bulldogs. They're able to get 2 runs across the plate and tie this game. And now it's a 0-0 ball game, and Central West is going to have to go back to work and get a couple of runs in these next couple innings. We'll see if they can do that in the bottom of the 6th inning when we come back from this short break. Well, I was not lying when I said short break. We are back after maybe a minute here. These umpires definitely want to get things going as this is the first of a doubleheader. It's currently 5:46 p.m., and we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Nate Arzilli is going to be the pinch hitter for the Knights to start things out here, and he's going to look to be their first guy to get on here in the we'll call it a comeback. They were up and now they're tied. It's going to have to be a comeback for Central here.
Yeah, looking to get that lead back. That was a good job hitting for Bedford.
Arzilli fouls that one straight up and out of play for strike one.
Yeah, first pitch swinging. You got to do something. When, they've really had trouble hitting this pitcher right here.
Folis still in the game as he took over for Ryan O'Connor in the 3rd inning, and he is still dealing. 1-1 to Arzilli is up and inside for ball 2.
Yeah, he's throwing really hard. You can really hear that wind rippling. I mean,
you can. Arzilli takes ball 3. Wow.
Well, you know what? He's been a coin flip over there. Jim Welsh is got his strike zone a little.
Folis zeroes in and gets the big second strike there on Arzilli.
But both teams have benefited from it, and both teams have also, argued about it.
Swing and a miss from Arzilli as he goes down for the first out of the inning.
Probably a little up in the strike zone. Probably would have been a ball count, but yeah, the high heat, who can lay off that? It's tough.
Yeah, really nobody. Jason Collado, the next hitter. So it looks like Arzilli took over for Wilson Zola, whose 0 for 2 day is done in right field as Folis throws that one upstairs for ball 1.
Well, it's interesting because Zola's been playing some solid right field today. He might re-enter.
He could very well re-enter. That might be just Arzilli going in for an at-bat and then Zola going back into the field.
Because he has struggled. His last 5 at-bats haven't been really great, so maybe he just tried to spark plug the team and then put him back in this solid right field position.
Big cut and a miss there from Collado. Definitely wanted that one, but it's a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, if Central can get a little more production at the bottom of the order, they'd be in better shape, I think.
3-1 the count, and this could be dangerous if Collado gets on because you know what he can do.
Yeah, he can steal second and third and home.
Outside for ball 4. Wow.
Did he call that a ball?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Yeah, I can't really tell. Sometimes it looks like
it did. He did give that signal, that strike signal, but maybe he had a 4. I don't know what that was.
This is absolutely huge. Coach Ernie looks like a traffic control cop out there doing his thing. And I got to tell you, I'd be shocked if they didn't try to snag second with this kind of speed on the bags.
I'd feel like they definitely would. Gavin Courier, the batter here, the starting catcher. Fake bunt, Collado pretty far off that bag, but at this point, the Bulldogs are worried about trying to turn this double play and just getting out in general.
Oh, he got him. Perhaps. No, that was a quick move, though, huh?
Quick move there from Folis for the pickoff.
I think the bunt was on.
Collado to second.
Oh, and see you later.
They got him.
What
a toss from Henry Dubois. Collado.
Oof.
A rarity. Collado thrown out, and that's 2 outs for the Knights. Wow.
I mean, he had a fireman hose on that one.
Henry Dubois. That's just a freshman, by the way. He's a freshman, and he just gunned one of the fastest players that we've seen all year here out at second base.
Impressive.
Folis is thanking him for that one timeout there through the pitch, but Courier was...
Folis has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder.
He does. He's annoyed, he backwards K last time, he's definitely not making friends with home plate umpire Jim Walsh here.
He didn't like that call either. So we do have someone warming up.
Dribbler back to Folis. Off of him, Crowley makes the play safe, says Kevin Bolduck. And right back to the top of the lineup, Nolan Duval is going to try to extend this game a little bit.
And how big of a out was that by Dubois throwing out
Because now that would be Collado at third base, first and third. You had no idea what Bedford would maybe try to do, and it would just be a whole different situation there. But 2 outs, Courier able to reach, and Nolan Duval, the leadoff hitter, who is 2 for 3, is the batter here.
I feel like I just saw Wilson Zola warming up to pitch. So that's an interesting little move.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Because I saw Jaden Rodriguez come off the field, and both coaches went up, and they didn't, give the pat on the back. They gave him the shake of the hand.
Right. That's
to indicate you did well, son. Good game.
Pat on the back is, you try your best, not awful, but the handshake is really the sign of respect. They put him in a tough position, pitching against a tough lineup, and he went 6 complete and just 4 runs on the board. That deserves a handshake for sure.
Of course, and it also indicates he might be done for the day.
That's definitely also another thing to pay attention to. Going to be interesting to see if they do go to Zola or who they go to. Duval up the middle. Crowley flips it over to Oster for the 3rd out. And we will go to the top of the 7th inning from Gill Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to go anywhere for this one. We will have more coverage of this Central West Knights versus Bedford Bulldogs game when we return after, once again, this very short break. Well, we have got quite the ball game here from Gill Stadium. We are knotted up at 4-4 here in the top of the 7th inning between the Central West Knights and the Bedford Bulldogs. Andrew Arndt and Michael Gonzalez here from Manchester Public Television. We've got a new pitcher here. It's Wilson Zola. Tyler Marcoux taking over the duties in right field, so Arzilli just got that one at bat. But this is going to be interesting, the first new pitcher here for Central West.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Comes in with a strike right away, but I'll tell you, Jaden Rodriguez had a super game, and he puts the ball in the hands of Wilson here, and it's all on him now, and the defense.
Zola was looking pretty good in warm-ups. That's ball one, but he's got a tough part of this order here. Maddox Muir, Daniel Black, and Henry Dubois. So definitely a tough part of this order.
Yeah, not an easy assignment for sure.
Outside ball two.
Bedford's up on the first step. They're just always like that in every sport, it feels
right,
like.
They're excited. They definitely want to win this game. Not that the Knights don't want to win this game, but Bedford really wants this one.
Ooh,
outside. Wow, that's a tough call. Ball three.
Yeah, not doing any favors for the Knights, but again, you can only control the next pitch.
Exactly. Zola gets his sign.
Ooh,
Muir down the lot and foul.
That looked like he kind of fouled it off himself, but that'd be way too hard of a Kareem.
Good play by Billy Chapman over there at third base, the Bedford head coach, and we'll have full count here with no outs on the board to the first batter of the inning. A payoff pitch from Zola. Muir grounds it foul again.
That's a sign of a good hitter right there when you can extend the pitch count and get that extra pitch, because the more pitches you see, the more opportunity for success you have.
That's exactly right. This is Maddox Muir really waiting for his pitch. The payoff is driven up the middle right by DeWitty and into center field for a base hit. So Bedford gets a good start as Maddox Muir is on with a base hit.
Yeah, base hit up the middle, gets by the outreach glove by DeWitty, and Bedford is in business, and it doesn't get any easier as they're going to have a pinch runner. So you assume that there's a little bit of speed being inputted here.
That is exactly right. Coach is talking to them about the move. Unfortunately, we don't have a full roster up here. Kyle had that, and he's at his other event that he had to do.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to be talking a little bit just to get the lineup change in there. A lot to do about a pinch runner.
Exactly right. You just cross off one name and put the other name in there. But Daniel Black, the junior left fielder, who is 0 for 3, is definitely going to be looking to get a hit here so that he can give Bedford, hopefully, the game-winning run, pick-off move from Zola there, but also to get on base for the first time in his 3, now 4 at-bats.
Right. He did ground to short in his first at-bat.
Another
so
pick-off move.
Perhaps they see that, and they're going to look. They're at double play depth.
They are in double play depth, as you see over there.
Big lead. Very big lead.
Another pickoff move from Zola.
He's almost taunting him to keep going, and you see him being well coached over there at first.
Wasting his arm right now, though. That's the only thing with those pickoff moves.
See if he gets bigger of a lead. Yep, he's very.
Another one.
I mean, it only helps the runner because now he has an idea of if he can get another step or not. And again, a big lead over at first.
Yet another. 5, maybe 6 in a row here.
Yeah, and Bedford's yapping
wow.
away. Bedford's bench is just yapping away, and they're going to get a little look from Jim Walsh there. You don't want to keep it,
Here's the pitch finally. It's a bunt way away for strike one. After all of that, it's a foul bunt for strike one.
Yeah, by the cleanup hitter too. But this is a different circumstance here. You want to get that duck in the pond, so you'll do it any way you can.
Another pickoff move.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it because it kept him from going last time. Obviously, it gets a little redundant, but he's got to kind of.
I mean, wow. Another bunt.
Oh, has him leaning. Almost got him.
The tag.
He
No.
just missed that tag by Bennington, and he's lucky to get back there without any damage there.
So that was a missed bunt for strike 2.
Yeah, 2 offers at it, 2 misses. 1 foul back, 1 missed. He's got to go.
Another pickoff move. Good Lord.
That's 8.
This is interesting.
That was 8, Andrew.
God, we're going to start keeping a tally here right on the window. Like they do for the strikeouts, Fenway Park,
Yeah.
Zola deals, and
catch
that
him.
one is popped straight up. Oh, not sure what that hit, but that was out of my
Looking to make a play there.
view with the camera, yeah.
You could hear the wind pick up. I opened the window so
Yeah,
I could
that
see if I
was-
can make a play. Still looking for my first catch up here.
As long as this at-bat has been, it is still 0-2 to Henry Black. And,
Another throw. And
excuse me, Daniel Black. And guess what we just had?
Bennington saves the day there with that blockage.
Yet another pickoff move. Interesting. Really interesting move. But this is interesting. This game is not over. It's 6:02 as that one's outside for ball 1. We still got another game after this that might not end up starting until 7:30 or so. Memorial versus Pinkerton. Definitely going to want to stay around for that one to our viewers at home. Zola
slaps it
just
out.
puts his hands out, and that is foul.
I mean, he just kind of protected the plate there, really, to stay alive. And he's got the war paint on his face. He's ready to roll.
He's really looking to get on to be able to give Bedford the lead, hopefully. As it looks like they've got Usain Bolt on first base, according to Wilson Zola.
Nice off-speed
Strike
pitch.
3 there. Jim Walsh says ball 2, and we're even at 2-2.
Right. He tried the corner. Sometimes big lead again at first.
Guess what he did?
He checks on him. That's 10 throwovers now.
My
this at bat.
Lord.
I've not seen that. You're dancing over there.
Right? That's unreal. 10 throwovers. Zola now pitches. That
that's
one
going to be fair.
is seared. Marcoux, it gets by him. He's going to give chase. People are flying around the bases. Marcoux gets it into Bennington. Here comes the play at the plate. The throw. No, he got under the tag. And he is safe. The Bulldogs take the lead.
The Bulldogs are celebrating hard. They come out as a team, and they got warned by Big Jim Walsh. Get back. They're treating that. Wow. That was.
Wow. Look at that.
Bennington just double clutches just enough for him to get under the tag. Great slide, though. You could tell that, the pinch runner really came in handy. And I got to say, that ball is a little misplayed out there and right. It got by him, but a good job getting to it and getting to the cutoff. Hitting the cutoff was everything there. But
little
no
bit,
avail.
yeah. The
No
big
avail.
throw from Bennington, but it looked like he got right under the tag there for the big run. It is 5-4 now, as you can see the scoreboard says. And now it's going to make this bottom of the 7th inning a lot more interesting, as Bedford has come all the way back and able to take the lead.
Yeah,
what a sight.
Wilson Zola, he had him 0-2, maybe a little distracted by the runner there. After 2 missed bunt attempts, able to slap a triple.
And 72 pickoff moves there.
Yeah, at least.
You want to add. But, yeah, really big run.
It's like an 8-minute at-bat.
That was at least 5 minutes for sure. Over 5 minutes there. Henry Dubois coming in with 1 for 2 with a triple walk in the backwards K. But Daniel Black coming into that bat 0 for 3, gets the RBI go-ahead triple, and really that 0 for 3 day is now completely erased just by that triple.
Of course. I mean, it was definitely going to hit the ground as a base hit anyway. I'm wondering.
Dubois, big cut and a miss, strike 2, and we'll have full count. That was the third triple of the day. Will you give that a triple or will you give that an error?
You have to give it a triple. It was
Because it didn't touch his glove. Dubois
can be tested again here.
Marcoux, under this one, makes the play.
I'm surprised he didn't send him
Wow,
there.
yeah.
I'm shocked, actually, because
That was a good toss from Marcoux to Bennington, but
but you never see someone not score on a sac fly like that.
Coach Chapman says you're not going yet, maybe because they've got Jack Hinton, who's had a really good game. He is 1 for 1 with a walk, a sac fly, and a triple.
Right, you don't want to take the bat out of the hand.
Good lefty hitter at the plate here, right on the outside corner. Strike 1. Zola gets ahead.
Yeah, tough pitch right there to hit. Right on the corner there, a little high. It's tough to get the bat extended on that.
That was obviously a foul, or we would have seen the runner at third leave. I didn't hear anything, but again, our windows here are closed because of the ever so lovely wind here.
He got a piece of that, but he was way behind it, and now Zola's sitting pretty good.
Zola deals.
Tries a curveball.
Wow. Ball 1.
A little high. Walsh is going to call the high ones a ball usually. So 1 and 2 count. Just got to keep the ball in front of you if you're Gavin.
Absolutely. Big cut and a big foul ball way out of play. It wasn't even worth following that one. That was just way out.
Yeah.
Jack Hinton still standing in here, 1 and 2 count, looking to get Bedford some much-needed insurance. As a great play by Bennington, he does get that insurance. They'll trade it out for a run, and it is 6-4 Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a really good play by Bennington. Unfortunately, the ball was hit to the right side of the infield, which means that he could kind of trot in at home. Good job not doing too much getting the out, though. A lot of players will try to force that play home.
Fola standing in, takes ball 1 from Zola. And now with Bedford with that 2-run cushion, you think we see a new pitcher, or will he leave Folis?
100% we will not see a new pitcher.
That's also what I'm thinking. There's no need to bring a new guy in. As Folis sends that one out to Marcoux, makes the play, leaning back. But Bedford is able to put 2 on the board, and we'll have the last inning here, last half of an inning from Gill Stadium when we return.
Welcome back to Gill Stadium. We got a new pitcher, Bowden Smith, coming in for Bedford. I'm Mike Gonzalez with Andrew Ant, and we got a really big situation here, the 6-4 lead here, and it's do or die here.
Ball 1 there from...
So I was wrong about the pitcher. We got Bowden Smith coming in here. So
Bowden Smith.
Yeah, Bowden Smith for Bedford trying to close it out here for them. So anything can happen. I got to tell you, he looked good in warm-ups too. And I'm shocked because I thought that Bedford was wheeling, but, they might have a closer on their staff.
Yeah, Bowden's real accurate, and that's what you need a closer to be nowadays.
Yeah, so looks like a little outside 3-1 here, and this is their opportunity for Graff to get on base here because that's what they need to get this inning started. 3-1 count. It might be a blessing that they're seeing a new pitcher here too.
Ducks on the pond is all you really need in this situation.
Wow, nice hit by Graff. Gets
down
it down
the line.
Wow, so he'll hold up at first because you don't want to run into an out with the tying run coming out, and the big man. You know who? Declan Ryan.
By no means is this game over,
He could
Travis
put one
Graff.
in. He could put one right where Memorial's sitting taking BP right now.
Right. He is definitely able to get a hold of one here.
Graf
But Graf did what he needed to do, get on.
Graf has a little bit of speed, something to watch out for. You can't really run into an out here, though. So you do want to keep an eye on them, but you also know that they got the big man up,
Absolutely.
And Beddington. And DeWitty, they're the
Pick
heart
off
of the
from
order.
Smith.
They got the heart of the order coming up. So if they're going to make a run at this would be the time to do it.
This is the time to do it, absolutely, because if they don't, then it'll be over and we will be on to preparing for the next one. But it is not over. 2-0 to Declan Ryan and
That was such
no
a
outs.
big hit by Graf on a hitter's count. Now this guy, Declan, has a hitter's count.
There's strike one.
That's the Jim Walsh special call right there. He likes the inside pitch, and look for more of the same. It's hard to hit an inside pitch, too.
One of the hardest things, in my opinion, to do in all of sports is hit an inside pitch. Never mind an inside breaking ball.
Yeah, you got to really be on it timing-wise, and you got to turn it and pelt it down the line, which we've seen DeWitty do. Oh,
Ryan,
just under it, man.
He may have just missed that one. Coming on, the left fielder gets under that one.
Pretty solid play out there. I got to say, if Declan Ryan hit that a quarter inch differently, that ball was smoked. But DeWitty's going to have to do his thing, as he's been all right today, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been pretty good here so far with reaching on an error, a single, and a ground out. He scored one of the night's 4 runs, but has a great play by Black out there
Big
in
lead.
the outfield. And I agree, if Declan Ryan hit that ball a little differently, we would have been warning Pinkerton out there.
Yeah, Travis Graf is definitely pushing his lead to the limit there over there at first, too. You can always tell where that lip is. That's usually the benchmark.
But, I've known Bowden Smith for years. I played against him for years. He always had my number, but DeWitty's able to hit him there.
That ball just hung up there and then dives right down. So Beddington, the potential winning run comes to the plate, Andrew. Imagine the fireworks.
Wow. Beddington at the plate. Still one of the hottest hitters, although he's 3 for his last 6, 3 of those being strikeouts. But pressure does not exist to Bowden Smith. He excels under pressure.
And we
always has.
Almost a great play in the stands there, just past him. He did get a piece of it with his hand, a bare-handed attempt. Yeah, you always regret that.
Yeah, that hurts. I've done that a couple of times myself. You're a king for the moment, but then you wake up and you got a giant purple spot on the palm of your hand. Smith, able to get the swing and the miss.
Big wind up right there. Hard throw. I think he got a tick on it just a little bit because he's still alive here. But he's down big time here.
Bowden's definitely not that 89, 90 guy that you see a lot of times in high school baseball, but he is extremely accurate. He rarely makes mistakes.
Runners are off.
Goes.
Interesting.
Throws in. He is off the bag, and he is tagged
Is
out.
that fair, Andrew?
So I'm going to explain the rule quickly
I get it.
to all the viewers at home and you. So if he had brought that bag with him, all he would have had to do is grab that bag and bring it with him because they are contact first bases, and that is the rule book for this stadium. If he had brought that bag with him, he stays with it, but he visibly slipped off the bag and didn't bring it with him. So that is out number 2.
Yeah, and Bowden's 1 strike away from putting this game in the books. Just like that.
Smith gets his sign. And the swing and the miss from Beddington. The throw down from Dubois to O'Connell. And that'll do it here from Gill Stadium for game number 1 of our doubleheader. What a game we had.
I'm encouraged by the nice effort. I am. It's just Bedford was resilient, and they got that some clutch hits. And unfortunately, they were able to get to Jaden Rodriguez. And then, Wilson Zola did his job, but it just didn't happen for them today.
It was a great game that we saw here. And if you watched that on our live feed here on Manchester Public Television, thank you. But don't leave your seat because we've got a good one coming at you in about 45 minutes. The Memorial Crusaders will take on the defending champion Pinkerton Astros. We will have that live coverage for you. Daryl Johnston will be joining us for that one. He'll be in here in just a bit. But thank you to everybody for tuning in to Central West versus the Bedford Bulldogs. Bedford improves to 5-6, while Central West falls to 2-9. Thank you to everybody for watching again, and we will see you in just a little bit.